It is the 24th of August in the year 79. The sky above a small Roman city is still blue. The wine is still cooling in the shops. And in exactly 1 hour, none of it will exist. Pompeii was never meant to be remembered like this. It was a city built for living, not for dying. Nestled beneath the green slopes of a mountain the Romans considered peaceful, it thrived on trade, wine, and sunlight. Nearly 20,000 people called this coastline home, and on this particular morning, almost none of them understood that the mountain above them was not a mountain at all. It was a countdown. By the time this day ends, Pompeii will be gone. Not damaged, not weakened, erased and preserved in the same violent instant. What follows is not a story of ruins. It is a story of the final hour, told the way it was actually lived. A city that didn't know it was dying. Walk through the Forum at dawn, and you would hear the ordinary music of a Roman morning. Bakers sliding loaves from clay ovens, slaves hauling water from the public fountains, merchants unrolling awnings over stalls stacked with olives, fish sauce, and Egyptian glass. Pompeii was wealthy, and it showed. Painted villas lined the streets, their walls decorated with gods, gardens, and scenes of hunting lions that most residents would never see in person. Public baths steamed gently in the morning air. Graffiti covered the walls, election slogans, insults between rivals. A lover's declaration scratched beside a tavern door. Nobody feared the mountain. Vesuvius had been quiet for so long that many Pompeians didn't even think of it as a volcano at all. Vineyards grew on its slopes. Shepherds grazed their flocks near its summit. It was scenery, not danger. 17 years earlier, a violent earthquake had cracked open temples and toppled statues across the region. Some historians believe that quake was an early warning, magma shifting far beneath the surface. But Pompeii had rebuilt, repainted, and moved on. Rome always moved on. Nothing about this morning suggested that today would be different. Just past midday, something changes. A low tremor moves through the ground, barely enough to spill a cup of wine. Dogs bark without reason. Birds scatter from the rooftops all at once, as if given a silent order. Most residents barely notice. Small quakes were common here. Then at the top of Vesuvius, the mountain opens. Witnesses miles away would later describe it as a shape unlike anything they had seen before. A column of smoke and stone rocketing into the sky, spreading outward at its peak like the branches of a great pine tree. Ash begins drifting down over Pompeii within the hour, first as a fine gray dust, then as small stones of pumice, light and warm, clattering onto rooftops like hail. At first, it is almost beautiful. Children run into the streets to catch the falling stones. Shopkeepers sweep it from their doorways, mildly annoyed. They do not yet know that the sky is about to turn to night. Within 2 hours, the sun disappears completely. Ash chokes the daylight until Pompeii exists in a strange, suffocating twilight, lit only by lightning cracking inside the eruption cloud above. Pumice stones fall heavier now, accumulating on roofs until the weight becomes too much. Somewhere in the city, a roof beam groans and gives way, collapsing onto a family sheltering below. Panic finally arrives, late and all at once. Streets fill with people trying to flee, wrapping cloth around their faces to filter the ash-thick air. Some make it to the harbor, hoping for ships that will never come in time. Others shelter in wine cellars and storerooms, believing thick walls will protect them. Some simply stay in their homes, frozen by the disbelief that their world could actually end. By nightfall, pumice stone covers Pompeii nearly 3 meters deep. The city is being buried alive, and the worst has not yet come. In the darkest hours before dawn, the eruption changes character. And this is the moment that turns Pompeii from a disaster into an execution. The volcanic column above the mountain becomes too heavy to sustain itself. It collapses inward and rushes down the slopes as a pyroclastic surge, a wall of superheated gas and ash moving faster than any human could outrun, hot enough to end life in a fraction of a second. This is the final hour, not survival, not warning, instant and absolute. Those who had sheltered, believing they were safe, are caught exactly where they stood. A mother curled around her child, a group huddled together in a garden, a man clutching a bag of coins as if wealth could still matter. The heat is so extreme that it does not simply kill. It freezes bodies in the exact posture of their final second alive, an accidental sculpture of human fear. Ash continues falling for hours afterward, sealing the city beneath layers that will remain undis.